Heavy rains over the past few weeks have been a blessing to some. Farmers say the rains have brought much-needed relief, but the Transvaal Agricultural Union of South Africa says some farmers suffered damage. For more on this, we are joined by the union's Benny van Zyl. Very good morning to you, Benny. Tell us what farmers have been going through during the rains.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Thank you so much. Yeah, we are very thankful for the splendid rain that we experienced over the last few weeks, and there's a lot of positive things that come out of that good rain. Actually, still some areas don't have received rain, and we are helping them, and other role players as well, helping them with fodder for their cattle and sheep, because it's very drought-stricken still at this stage. So it just shows us how the climatical reality of South Africa gives a lot of challenges to our farmers. But then we have, with this rain, some floods as well, that the river banks are overflowing, and then the crops that is actually quite often next to the rivers for irrigation is overflooding, and then that crop is gone. That farmer will have nothing, no income from that crop. So yes, there's a lot of extremes, but you know, the positive thing of this is that we flush our river systems again, because there are so many pollution in our rivers. I think that is good for the country in total. And then our water tables will be replenished again. That is very good. And then our dams, where the rainfall is now full, and we are very thankful for that. And that is for the benefit of the whole of South Africa. So yes, at the end of the day, even if there are damage, the farmers say thanks for the rain, because that is a long-term, it's good for him for the long term, and that is very positive.
And I mean, the weather, you know, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. We are victims of climate change. As you say, some areas are still suffering from drought. How do you plan now? What should you farmers be doing now to make sure that you don't find yourselves in a dire situation dependent on the weather?
Yeah, this is a big challenge for every farmer, because everyone should realize each farm is a business entity in its own right. And therefore, you have to make these production decisions to make sure that they stay in production to produce food for our country. And therefore, in these days, farmers have to adjust to make sure that they make use of more drought approach type of farming activities. They have to spare their water as much as they can, and they have to make adjustments, because it goes about profitability. At the end of the day, if there's no profit on the farm, he will not be there anymore. He cannot produce food. So this is a challenge, and there will be adjustments regarding commodities that do with farming, and each farmer and specific areas have study groups, and they talk to each other and say, what can we do to overcome this reality of climate change and the climatical realities of South Africa that is very diverse. Every year you have the extreme to both sides.
And away from the rains here, and briefly, if you will, there seems to be more focus on the safety of farmers and their workers. Is this working where you are? Are farmers feeling a little safer?
You know, no. I think that we need much more to be done. We need a better political will, and I say it with big respect to our political leaders. We need a bigger approach to address the criminality in South Africa, especially on our farms and our farm workers, the farmer and his workers. And we have a lot of problems regarding that. And it's not only about that alone. There's a lot of crime going on around farms, theft of cattle, theft of the produce. So it's a very challenging situation for a farmer to overcome the criminality in total. And we need much more support on that, and the political will to address that and show that this is unacceptable in the country. We cannot go forward in total, not only on the farms, but everywhere in the country, if we are not going to address this crime situation.
All right, Benny van Zyl, thank you.